about Jeet, I want to go straight across to Jay now. And thank you, Jay. You know, a huge round of applause for Jay here in the studio. He's been on his feet since 6 in the morning without a morsel to eat. But we all love watching you because this is so much fun. Also. He's a Gujarati. देखो, कर्तव्य ही, सेवा ही समर्पण है. Jay, सेवा ही समर्पण है.
He's extracting some 15-20 more minutes from me.
और आपकी समर्पण में कितनी सेवा है? Now, what we are trying to do is that we are showing you the margin of the wins of the seat that the BJP has won and to tell you the story behind it. Nobody better than Jay to do it. So let me start one by one. I have chosen about 10 seats, okay, randomly. The first seat we're talking about is Udhna. 60,915 is the margin of the win over there for the BJP. Yeah. Why is this? Udhna, Jay.
Yeah. 84 and Udhna will just be above here, above Bardoli. Okay, it's in this cluster of Surat. It's a little small. We're not able to get it. Now, what happens in Udhna is Udhna was already a stronghold of the BJP. Okay. Now, what happened round about this time is the Aam Aadmi Party fielded. Now, the BJP candidate is Vivek Patel. The Aam Aadmi field. It is very interesting. It became like a sort of a Patel versus a Patel contest. The Aam Aadmi fielded a Patel, Mahendra Patel, and he cut away some 13% of the vote. Effectively, what happened with this is that the top contender, the BJP, was left with about 69 to 70% of the vote, and both the AAP and the Congress were left far behind at 12%, 14%. So huge 56% margin.
So since we're talking about the general area of Surat, let's talk about the other seats there. By the way, Surat has all been swept. All the seats have been swept, right? That is what I last heard. All Surat seats have been swept by the BJP. Now,
just a small hack. Udhna has been traditionally a BJP seat, and Udhna, if you remember the name Narottam Patel, he was the water minister during the Gujarat floods. Despite of all that ill performance, anti-incumbency, still BJP has a strong hold on Udhna, and the candidate is not Vivek Patel. Let me correct you. It's Manu Patel, Manu Fogwa. So that seat is dominated by the Mehsanis, not Gujaratis.
Okay, so
and Manu Patel is a defector from Congress and still is getting that much margin.
Okay, so everyone who was saying that, you know, the Patel Andolan, which had damaged the BJP, there's going to be remnants now. Take Surat as an example, and it says a lot about where the Patidar agitation and the blowback is now. Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP is also joining us now, along with Kapil Madan. Lokesh Jindal here with us, Mr. Rajgopalan here with us. Yuvraj already I have introduced to you. A spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party is also here with us. Stay with me, Shehzad, because I want to get your reaction. But before that, 2 more Surat seats we'll quickly go through. Since we're talking about the area, Surat West, 95,523. But here's the thing, Majura, which is the seat of Harsh Sanghvi, 85% of the vote share, and I think this is the largest margin so far, which is 1,16,675. That is the margin which she's leading right now.
Last time itself, Mr. Harsh Sanghvi's vote share was 73% in the 2017 election. That is in the wave of you know, the sort of anti-BJP sentiment in Surat at that point of time. So right now, with that sentiment ebbing, you know, actually he has augmented that 73% to 85%. This has been the case with a lot of other constituencies also down, like Umargam, okay, and Valsad, where the BJP has augmented its existing vote share. In Umargam, it was 58%.
Valsad, since Jay mentioned it, Valsad, the margin is 1,03,776.
Absolutely. You have to realize one thing. All these seats that we are talking of, okay, they're up here. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'll keep my hand a little far. They're up here like this. Umargam is here. Okay. Pardi is here. Valsad is here. Jalalpur is here, and then you have all the Surat seats here.
So basically, South Gujarat has not only given itself to the BJP, but with a massive margin.
Not only that, the BJP has augmented what it had. See, this is a railway and industrial corridor. Now, Umargam is technically a ST seat. But to tell you, it has a huge shopping complex, a cinema and everything. I mean, we have a different perception of an ST seat. So these are areas that even if they have an ST label, they are hugely developed.
Shehzad Poonawala, were you able to blunt the effect of the Patidar agitation largely because you got Hardik Patel only in your fold?
You know, Padmaja, I think to reduce this to just one movement that has been curtailed or one movement that has been taken out of the equation would be unfair. This is not a vote of addition and division. This is a vote of chemistry. This is a vote based on chemistry, and this clearly shows that after 6 terms, if for the 7th term we are getting elected with a mandate which is much bigger than the mandate that even Madhav Singh Solanki managed. And that was on the back of a caste-based alliance. It was on the back of a sentiment nationally that prevailed after the unfortunate assassination of Indira Gandhi ji. If after all of that, today the mandate being given to us for the 7th time is such a high mandate, it reflects 2 or 3 signals. One, that there is a brand of vikas and performance that Prime Minister Modi and the government of Gujarat, the BJP government espouses, which the people of Gujarat feel that is delivering on their aspirations. 2, it also shows that the Congress party, which was the principal challenger, is no longer in a position to be that. And thirdly, even those who came into the fray. Now look at the biggest takeaway of the elections today. Punjab was a state that Aam Aadmi Party held. Close to Punjab is Himachal. They have been reduced to 1% vote. Here they came, they said, unki Andhi hogi. The Aam Aadmi Party is down to less than 2, forget the Andhi, they are not even getting 2-digit seats.
Okay.
The Aam Aadmi Party just about scraped through yesterday in the MCD elections with a 34 more wards than us after 15 years of anti-incumbency. The overwhelming message, as much as it is that there is a brand Modi which stands for Vikas and performance, is that there is few takers for the Aam Aadmi Party model beyond Delhi and Punjab.
All right,
that is also getting evidently clear, whether it's Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, whether it's Maharashtra, Haryana, elsewhere, people are not buying into this Aam Aadmi Party model.
Akashdeep Muni and Kapil Madan both want to respond to you.
Of course, you can say that there are no takers, but it is. आपने तो बोला था 0 सीट्स मिलेगी, 5 सीट्स मिल रहे हैं गुजरात में आपने बोला था कि 0% मिलेगी, 14%, 12%, यहाँ पे मुझे दिख रहा है 12 दिसंबर 8%. तो आपने तो सुबह बोला था कि 0 सीट्स मिलेगी. जी मेरे साथ में थे इस शो में. और दूसरी बात मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि ना सिर्फ पंजाब में नहीं, सिर्फ हरियाणा में भी हम सरकार बनाएंगे. In future, we will be going to Haryana as well.
आकाशदीप मुनि जी, एक सेकंड, मैं आपको एक चीज सुनाना चाहती हूँ. इसका सिर्फ ऑडियो आएगा क्योंकि मैं कहीं से प्ले कर रही हूँ. ये सुनिए.
आदमपुर बाईपोल इज नॉट एन इंडिकेटर है.
आदमपुर
सुनिए ऑडियो आएगा.
मार्जिन से बन रही सूत्रों के मुताबिक आईबी की एक रिपोर्ट आई है. उस रिपोर्ट में गुजरात में आम आदमी पार्टी, आज अगर गुजरात में चुनाव हो तो गुजरात में आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बन रही है.
तो कल नहीं मैंने सुन लिया. कल सुबह सारे बीजेपी स्पोक्स पर्सन बोल रहे थे कि हम सरकार बना रहे हैं एमसीडी में, हमारा मेयर बनेगा एमसीडी में, पर शाम तक तो नहीं बना. 2 साल पहले, कुछ साल पहले हज, एक ट्वीट है शहजाद जी, आपको याद होगा, हज हार्दिक, अल्पेश और जिग्नेश, ठीक है, हा और वो तो आ गए आपके साथ, तो जा भी फ्यूचर में आ जाएंगे. तो हज क्या बीजेपी में है आजकल?
अभी तो जिग्नेश जी अपनी सीट हार चुके हैं, तो आई डोंट नो वो हज पे जाएंगे या तीर्थ यात्रा पर जाएंगे, बट वो फिलहाल अपनी सीट हार चुके हैं कांग्रेस से लड़ते हुए. बट एनीवे, रिस्पॉन्ड टू दैट. सबको थोड़ी थोड़ी रेवड़ी मिली है. इनको आम आदमी पार्टी को एमसीडी मिला है, आपको गुजरात मिला है, कांग्रेस को हिमाचल मिला है. शहजाद पूनावाला.
Look, Padmaja, we can have a serious discussion, and the serious discussion should be that when we are talking about various models of governance, today those who feel that the Delhi model of governance has been endorsed across the country, even though they've tested it in Uttarakhand, lost their deposits, Uttar Pradesh lost their deposits, Goa lost their deposits, Himachal lost their deposits, and now in Gujarat too they've not been able to make a dent. But here you have a Gujarat model which has been endorsed 27 years, and now for the 7th time you have an endorsement which is the historic mandate never given in the history of Gujarat.
And yet if somebody wants to believe one simple question, Shahzad ji, one simple question with all respect,
then they are free to feel that.
Sir, if you allow one simple question,
go ahead.
I hope that from now onwards, as your government has got such a mandate, I hope that 700 schools can get one more teacher, because there is only one teacher in 700 schools in Gujarat. I am not saying that, your perspectives are saying that, your reports are saying that. एटलीस्ट स्कूल्स दे दीजिएगा, रोड्स दे दीजिएगा, हेल्थ सेंटर्स दे दीजिएगा. लोगों को इतना बड़ा जनाधार मिला है, थोड़ा सा काम कर लीजिएगा. सिर्फ मोदी जी को मत बुलाइएगा कि नहीं कि मेरे नाम पे वोट दे दीजिए.
If your your question is
ग्रासरूट
over,
पे काम कर लीजिएगा सर
Okay,
अच्छा,
okay, okay.
one question I wanted to ask.
if your question is over,
नहीं, one question.
आपको बता
Just one question.
may I answer one?
Last month at national level, boxer died of a drug overdose. He was 23 years old and he died of a drug overdose in Punjab. So let's not even go there. But anyway, I think Kapil Madan wants to come in. Yes, Kapil
I want to
Madan.
ask one question to Shehzad.
Okay, go on. Okay, yes.
Shehzad, just about 2 to 3 hours before, you told us that there is a secret
You have
message
to
that
let
you
me
got,
answer it
that
also.
in Himachal Pradesh,
Questions
BJP would be
work
forming
when you
the
allow the
government.
answer also
Can
to
you
come.
please tell me, why didn't BJP form government in Himachal? You told me about some secret message that you got.
Okay. Shehzad.
Now, can I respond to that?
Yes,
Thank
please.
you. Padmaja, as far as my information goes, what I can see is that the percentage of vote share for both BJP and Congress in Himachal is almost neck to neck, and there are at least 10 seats where the competition is going on, and it's less than 1,000. Constituencies in Himachal are extremely small, so I want to wait for yet
gap is
another
13
hour for it
seats.
to finalize, and we can have a detailed vislation or a discussion on the Himachal results. But having said that, Arey Baba, wait now, please. I'm saying we'll have a discussion. Padmaja, you invite me at 3:30 or 4 p.m. I'm happy to come back.
Okay, 5 p.m.
But what I'm saying, Padmaja, is that the result that is finalized here, Mr. Akashdeep Muni, is 5 p.m. No problem. But here a result which is clear and finalized, where you have 157 seats sweep by the BJP, there Mr. Akashdeep Muni is still saying that the people of Gujarat have not voted for Vikas. They have voted for some other factor.
Okay,
Now,
since we're
imagine
talking
this
about
kind of,
the margins, I
not
want to
being able
quickly,
to see
Jay, if
the
you'll also
picture
help us out
clearly
with this, since
is
we're
the
talking about
reason why
margins,
Aam
let's
Aadmi
put some
Party is
data
not
out
able to
there.
expand.
Interestingly, that there are about 12 seats, around 17 seats actually, where a very close contest is happening. One of them is Bhoranj, where Dr. Anil Dhiman of the Bharatiya Janata Party is leading from the Indian National Congress by a mere 68 votes. That is the level of the kind of competition that is still underway in Himachal Pradesh. Another seat is where there is a difference of 987. Puran Chand of the Bharatiya Janata Party is ahead by 987 seats. So 17 seats where the margin right now is less than 1,000 votes right now. How do you explain this, Jay?
I will get into...
And it's 230 right now.
Yeah, I'll still say this can get into some sort of a law of averaging. So,
Okay.
the parties may swap seats because now the number is substantial. When you're talking of 17 seats, you're talking about 25% of the strength of the assembly.
So you
The
don't think
assembly
there is some
68.
major upset that is going to happen anymore?
Yeah, I mean, they can swap and more or less maintain the tally. That's what I feel.
All right, more or less it is going to maintain the tally. Shekhar Iyer, thank you very much for waiting so patiently. How do you explain this? Most people say that on the one hand you have a Gujarat where all records have been broken, 150 plus, 157. Imagine 2002, Mr. Modi had 127. और he said कि नरेंद्र का रिकॉर्ड भूपेंद्र के अंडर टूटेगा and straight 30 seats more have come, but they lose in Himachal. What explains this?
Well, Padmaja, Himachal is completely a different kettle of fish because in Himachal there were several anti-incumbency issues, number one. Number two, Congress managed to play up issues like old pension scheme, Agniveer scheme, and there are other things. And Jairam Thakur has had problems with his colleagues, and the fact that so many people did not get ticket and many of them became rebels also is a factor. But in spite of that, if BJP has managed to reach a point where at least, that there are possibilities about the government formation, that's largely because of the Prime Minister's campaign. Without the Prime Minister's campaign, it would have been even a bad result. But the fact that the Prime Minister went there, it has helped to shore up the BJP's tally as we are seeing today. And even now, I'll tell you something, Padmaja. Within the Congress, there are certain problems.
Okay.
Because there is a talk that Suku may be made the Chief Minister. If he will be the Chief Minister candidate,
Supal
then there
Suku,
may be
yes.
a revolt in the party. There may be a revolt in the party. That's the kind of situation Congress is, the BJP is waiting for.
Can I reply?
The High Command has to choose their legislature party leader very, very carefully.
Okay, before you reply to this, let me again give you a little more data. You have 2 more seats in Himachal Pradesh, Shillai, where the Congress is leading with 382 votes, and Rampur, where the Congress is leading by a mere 143 votes. And here's the funny thing, as we speak of Rampur,